now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
When it comes to the Big U content, you can always depend on 600 to bring it like no other. You know, him and Big U from the same section. So, you know, they got their differences, had their differences in the past. And 600 was definitely one of the ones who made it be known to everybody on the internet, the issues and the problems that he had within his community. Well, he back with some more Big U news. And this one is titled 600 Big U calls in, says, I wasn't the one who pulled the trigger, not worried about a hot one. And for y'all that don't know what a hot one is, it's a 187. So we're going to get into this content, man, and see what 600 got going on and what he's talking about with this Big U content. Also, man, y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And we definitely about to get to the content. Let's go.
What up with it? Y'all know it's been a minute. I've been busy, but let's get straight to it. Like, share, and subscribe, man. We got some updates with all this Big U shit going on. So it's a few things. You know, he been talking to people that we know mutually. And one thing is that he said was he done with the hood, done with the homies. Based on everything he's seeing, the amount of people and people he knew and trusted is telling on him. So he done with the hood. And I'm like, you should have been done with the hood, bro. Like I've been saying this, bro. Like I had nothing against what he was doing for the kids and the youth and the football. You know what I'm saying? The LAPD contract. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if you just said, man, I'm done with this. I done gave the system. What do you do? 15, 16, 18 years? I don't know. All this time, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? My kids is thriving. You know what I'm saying? I got a contract with LAPD. You made it, bro.
All right, let's stop right there. Y'all know we got to stop and give our input on this. Now, everybody that got caught up in this case, we all seen every last one of them get on the phone. And man, when I tell you they did a whole lot of talking and still doing a lot of talking, bringing up stuff that's going to incriminate themselves and get them more time. It might get them more time because the phone calls are recorded. So if Big U was calling home to anybody and he said that, man, I'm done with it, this would be the best time to say I'm done with it, especially when those phone calls are being recorded.
What no gangbanger would have said nothing to Big U. His problem was he tried to play both sides, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. Then, on top of all that, bro, you was harboring rats. All this time, you was harboring rats, bro. And now you see why you don't harbor rats. Because all them buster ass niggas you was fucking with told on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a few other things we're going to talk about. But I'm going to say that for another video. All right. Now, it's things floating around saying that it's 50, 75 people, you know, homies from Rolling 60s telling on Big U, made statements, this, that, and the other. I can't verify that because, you know, I haven't seen it, you know, and the people that's saying it can't give you one name, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's cap, but it's like, you know, I don't even speak on that type of stuff, bro, unless I got to work. You know, that might, it might not, you know, I'm going to keep my name straight. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to do with that.
I agree with that. If you don't have the info, then it's not, you know, you shouldn't speak on it. But we got the information. I believe that Eddie Boy put up a clipping and it was titled that it was a whole lot of people. I believe that was, you know, doing some talking. And he said he was going to release the information. He said that the only reason why he didn't release the information because people out of this section was saying, hold up, let us see it first, which is only right. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to get too involved in that. Whatever's on the internet pertaining to that, y'all can go look that up. But let's get back into this 600 content. Let's go.
Let's talk about the rest in peace, Rayshawn Williams, a football player who was living with Big U, you know, came up missing. So when I was in court with Big U and they was talking about the murder, his lawyer stood up and said, well, what's all this about a murder? There's been no charges of the murder. It's just hearsay. Butler, U.S. attorney, which is like the DA, whatever, for the feds, came to the podium and said, no, we are charging him with the murder of Rayshawn Williams. We were like, ooh, so we get charged with it, right? So my point is, and bring that up, which I always told y'all, Big U is not going to get convicted on that murder as far as what I believe and what I see, the facts on the table, unless they got something that we don't know yet. Based on what I see, as far as the motive go, what's the motive? Because he made a diss song? Where's this diss song at? Because there's been plenty of diss songs where Big U didn't use his name. You know what I'm saying? And he can say, reference, well, I didn't kill him. He made a diss song and said my name in the song. You know what I'm saying? Then the murder weapon. Where's the murder weapon at? No weapon. Then they can't place him at the scene of the murder. They have blank spots. They're assuming he was in this vicinity at this time when his phones were off. They couldn't ping his phones to the murder. You know what I'm saying?
Well, y'all know how that go. If they can't ping you in the location, they don't got nobody saying you was in the location. They don't have nothing putting you there. It's just hearsay. And y'all know a good lawyer would eat that up. Eat that right up. If you don't got no proof, then it's just hearsay. Let's get back to this.
Can't place him at a location. I think he beat the murder. So my point in bringing up this murder, Rayshawn Williams, Big U has said, and I got all the receipts, I won't release them yet because they're waiting on some more stuff from dude. Out his own mouth, I'm not worried about that murder. I wasn't the one to put the trigger. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Right.
Big U saying that he's not worried about that murder charge, or he's not the one who pulled the trigger. Now you can take that for where you want to take it, you know what I'm saying, and analyze it and think about it and assume this, that, and the other, but he's confident in that, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't the one to put the trigger.
Hey, why would you say I'm the one who pulled the trigger? Yeah, man, I went down there and I pulled that. I wouldn't say I pulled no trigger. I'd be saying the same thing, man. I ain't pulled the trigger. Well, if they say, well, who pulled the trigger then? I don't know who pulled the trigger. I wasn't there. Y'all got any proof I was there? No, I wasn't there. So I don't know who pulled the trigger. Y'all saying I did it. I ain't did nothing. He'd be a fool if he said I pulled the trigger.
Now the streets have a whole nother definition, you know, whole nother assumption, whole nother story of what may or might not have happened. You know what I'm saying? But go talk to the streets and see what the streets got to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just saying, Big, you say he ain't do that murder, bro. And whether he did it or not, you know what I'm saying? From the information that we got that they're placing on him, I see him beating the murder. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's gonna play. But listen, it's coming up.
That's a good thing, man. At least he seen him beating the Howard. And that's a good thing. You wouldn't expect this from 600. I'll give you that credit because you could have dogged him out on this one. You've been dogging him out for years. You could have dogged him out on that clip right there. So, you know, he said he didn't pull the trigger, man. Especially if he's saying it on that phone, man. Man, I ain't did nothing. I ain't pulled no trigger. I don't know who did what. I would say the same exact thing.
His time's approaching fast. And Big U was trying to go to trial in 2 weeks after he got arrested. The only reason they didn't start trial is because the other 6 people who somehow
that's smart
made it to the streets when they got picked up on the RICO charges, man, they was able to get signature bills and hop on the streets however they did it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas no one never knows how you can get picked up on the RICO and be out on the streets with a bail. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? Strange stuff going on all the time. But anyway, them other 6 people said that they didn't want to go to trial that fast. They want to go to trial. They ain't taking no deals, but they don't want to go to trial in May. Big U like, man, he was mad. Like, man, I'm trying to go to trial, get this out the way. I need my paperwork. You know what I mean? I need my discovery.
It's called a speedy trial. Everybody that go to court know if you hurry up and go ahead and get that speedy trial. Let's hurry up and get to this. That way they got to hurry up and come whatever evidence they have. If you speed it up, then that mean they can't go take no years and years looking for people to make us. No. Let's speed this up, get a speedy trial, and let's get to business and get it over with. I seen a whole lot of people up in there do that.
I want to see. Let's take it. Let's go to the back. Let's go to the box with it. I ain't do that murder.
That's smart.
So they all prolong this thing to May. So it's gonna be interesting coming up in court. But yeah, you know, he's been talking to certain people, talking to me. You know, I got a gang of recordings. You know what I'm saying? Oh, another thing he said, he finally admitted that me and WACK ain't had nothing to do with this case. That we know nowhere in this paperwork, which we already knew that because when he sent out that video and said y'all should go, he snitched on us and said y'all should go get WACK and 600. Y'all got the wrong people.
All right, let's play the video. Let's play that video that 600 is talking about. I don't believe, if they did say anything, it definitely would have been out by now. So I don't think that he said they actually told any police on him or anything like that. He just went on the internet and said all the guys that's supporting these guys talking about me online. Y'all part of it was something like that. We're gonna play the clip and see what he actually said, and we're gonna get back to the 600 content. Let's go find this Big U content. Let's go get to it.
So this is gonna probably be my last video. I'm gonna go turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, they was asking about WACK. WACK, loose cannon, 600, and this internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what they're saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this shit. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets.
Huh? Right ass shit you talking about. When he said that, once again, Butler, the U.S. attorney, came to the podium and said, Big U said that. And none of these men, 600, WACK 100, has ever spoken to law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Cleared that up. So he just steady trying to throw jackets on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Snitching lies, snitching dry, snitch all the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
I think this is what I think, man. I think when he did that video in the car, man, I wouldn't have said nothing, because that could have got somebody hurt, especially if they didn't say this, if it wasn't no proof that they said this. We're gonna just cut it straight down the middle. We ain't taking nobody's side. We don't care how nobody feel about it. That video in that car was not supposed to have been said. Just be quiet. Go get your lawyer. Let them do all the talking. Let them do everything. You didn't have to do all that. That's the only thing about that video. I was looking like, man, he shouldn't have said that. Just go turn yourself in. Let the lawyer do everything, because whatever you say on these videos, whatever you do at this point, especially when you want it, they gonna use all that in court.
now, why do he feel like he want to come clean now? You know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing he did with Eddie Boy. That nigga told on Eddie Boy back in the day, bro. We got the paperwork. And when they went to the pen, as soon as they got separated, he told everybody Eddie Boy was telling. You know what I'm saying? Niggas tried to get at Eddie Boy for that. Eddie Boy fought through that shit. So 20 years later, he come out and say, oh no, Eddie Boy never told. Nigga, the damage has already been done. You could have got this man killed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now you trying to say niggas ain't telling. Niggas ain't nowhere in your paperwork, but you was saying, oh, 600 was with the feds when they came to my house. Nigga, you wasn't even at your house, nigga. You know what I'm saying? All this old snitching ass shit you doing, bro. Buster shit. So, he said he done with the hood. You know, I ain't mad at him, but like I told y'all, bro,
that's smart. Like, again, that is smart. That's smart, especially when you calling from a phone that's in the jail. When you calling from that jailhouse phone, you supposed to say everything that don't got nothing to do with nothing. Man, I'm done with that. I done came up in here and turned Muslim. I done turned Christian. I done gave my life to God. I'm done with all that. I'm done with it. That's the good thing to say, because they recording it. Like them other dudes, man, them dudes didn't build some more cases. Them dudes got all type of crazy stuff. They didn't went up in there. They didn't wrote it. They could write a book off all the stuff they didn't talked about on the phone.
Niggas always say they done with the hood when it's too late. This is why I give myself my flowers, bro. I wasn't forced off nothing. That nigga's forced off. I told you, they say they done with the hood when they get life in prison, when they get shot up,
I seen
when
it.
they dead, when they get told on, when they get paralyzed, when they by force. I walked away on my own too, said these ass niggas. These niggas ain't no good, bro. Cause all them niggas, bro. I don't give a about no gangbanging, bro. I've been said that, bro. I've been on my own too by myself ever since, bro.
All right, we're gonna leave it at that, man. Y'all go over here and subscribe to 600 page, man. Let's go over here and find out so y'all can know what you're looking for when you go over there and check out the rest of the video. This is his page right here, man. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. What do y'all think about all this? It's Compton Rick Robert, Compton Rick Rock TV. I'll catch all of y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.